Hi guys, JH6, welcome back to the channel. Definitely appreciate you guys watching. Again, apologize about my voice, but it's gone and we got to make some videos. Now, a couple of you guys, or actually a lot of you guys asked about occupations in the military. Now, I cannot speak about the Army, I cannot speak about the Navy and other military services, but I could speak about the Marine Corps. I'm going to give you 3 things that you should have, and you kind of should think about it before you're actually selecting your occupation. As always, let me know what you think. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. And if you're a devil dog, or if you're in the military, you're a vet, and you want to put some comments down below as well, I definitely appreciate that. All right, so the first thing that you got to know, guys, is that the recruiter is going to talk to you about an MOS or an occupation that he's going to have, that he's going to have to fill. Again, you're going to take a test, and that's going to dictate what kind of occupations you could have. But at the same time, that recruiter is going to have a pool of jobs that he could offer. From those jobs, he's going to offer you one that he needs to fill. And, and a lot of times we become really close to our recruiters, and we kind of believe everything that they said. And I don't want to speak bad about them, but you got to remember, they're trying to accomplish a mission. Their mission is to recruit a person for that specific MOS or occupation given by the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps needs that, so they're going to do their job. So again, you gotta be really careful, and you gotta make sure that you know that occupation. You gotta make sure that you talk to a guy that has experience in that occupation. Like, for example, me. I was a military policeman. I could speak about that. I could tell you everything about it. I could tell you what it is to be in the field. I could tell you about deployments. I could tell you about the police side. I could tell you about driving a patrol car. I could tell you about the things that sucks. I could tell you about the things that don't really suck. Now we look at a job like air traffic controllers, and I cannot tell you anything. I mean, other than the basic qualifications that a Marine has to take, rifle range, physical fitness test, swing qualifications, I could speak about that. But about a job specifically, I cannot speak about that. I cannot give you an advice on that, other than very, very minimum. So again, you want to speak to somebody that have done the job. You want to get that information. You want to ask those questions, not only to the recruiter, but actually be in the lookout. Look for people that have done that job and try to get that information from them, so you really know what's going on versus that recruiter, giving you this much about that occupation. All right, guys, so this is something that a lot of you guys won't think about it. But it's extremely important, and it's promotions. Now, when it comes to promotion, we kind of gambling, we kind of playing, because you're thinking about promotions now to 5, 6, 7 years from now, and it could change. But at the same time, you want to be able to pick a job that promotes, and there's jobs out there that just don't promote as well. And I'm going to give you an example. Being a military policeman, me personally, in order to pick up corporal, I actually picked up corporal E4 about 3 years in, maybe 3 years and a month. And I picked up meritoriously, meaning that I went into a board and I was selected to be that rank. Now, I was waiting and waiting and waiting. I had a good physical fitness test. I had everything that is required to get promoted. It was pretty decent. And it still wasn't able to get promoted. Now, I'm going to put links down below for some of the videos that I've done about promotion, where I explain that in details. But my point to this is that it was really, really difficult to get promoted. Again, I picked up sergeant close to 5 years. I actually picked up staff sergeant almost 9 years in the Marine Corps, which was pretty good for my occupation. But again, it took a pretty long time compared to a job like communication. Communication, at least in the time that I was in, it was easier to get promoted. You're looking at corporal, very easy. You look at staff sergeant. I had a buddy of mine that was a data guy, pretty much deal with computers. He picked up staff sergeant at 6 years. I picked up staff sergeant at 9 years. So you see that 3 year difference. Guys, I got to tell you, 3 years getting paid E6 versus E5, that's a lot of money. And again, you have to do so much. This MOS was a little bit easier. So again, the point here is, do not pick an MOS just based on promotion. Try to have something that you're going to enjoy. That's why I talked about the first point, making sure that you really enjoy that occupation, because you may get a job that promotes really quick, but if you hate it, it's just, you're just going to have a bad time in the Marine Corps. All right, guys. So lastly, I'm going to tell you one thing that a lot of guys don't think about, and some of the guys think about, which is, what are you going to do when you get out? You know, and a lot of times guys like me and a lot of guys like you know, we decided to do a job like military policeman based on the fact that I was going to get out and be a cop. Well, that didn't happen. I re-enlisted again and I re-enlisted again. And finally I was retired due to medical reasons. But try to get a job that promotes, you know, that it's going to allow you to get a good job when you get out. You know, guys like me that went to a lot of combat deployment, a lot of the infantry guys that did a lot of deployments, you know, combat engineers, some of those occupations, guys that drive tanks or something, you know, some of those occupations that are really combat orientated. When they get out, they do get jobs. They do have communication skills. They do have thinking skills. They do have leadership skills. But you compare it to that guy, like I just mentioned, air traffic controller, that guy has the ability to get a really, really good job, getting paid a lot of money. So again, you get a job that the Marine Corps is going to train you for, going to give you all the skills for. When you get out, you can make a lot of money. You may be 24, 25 years old, making a lot of money, and it's because you set yourself for success. So think about that. There's a lot of jobs out there that would transfer very, very well into the civilian life, and there's some other jobs out there, guys, that don't really transfer as well. All right, guys, if you guys got any questions, put comments down below. Hopefully I gave you 3 things. There's more than 3, obviously. There's a lot of things that you have to think about. I got a whole playlist in the you know, USMC topic related, you know, being fat, swing call, and things like that. So check it out down below in the description box. I really appreciate you guys watching. As always, if you like this type of videos, click like, subscribe to the channel, share the videos, and God is in control.